welcome back to my channel. Today's video is this really bold lip and kind of half cut crease summer look. I really wanted to do something that was highlighted bronze with a bold lip that wasn't a red lip, because I do use red quite a lot, or that is the, I guess, my bold lip colour that I go to. So yeah, I really hope you like this look. I love how it's turned out, and if you want to see how I got this look, then please keep watching. Moving on to a new product that it has hit my website, which I'm super excited about, and you can pick the colours, so they're custom palettes, and this is the one I picked, which is like a go-to palette. Oh sorry the mess, but I've been using it so much. So these are like my go-to shades, a really good base kind of colour, transition, another transition, and then like a smoky shade. Obviously you can change them around and pick whatever ones you want, but yeah, so this is the palette that I'm going to be using. So I've already put that really white colour on, and I'm going to go in with this kind of in between my brow and my transition, kind of here. Using the Zoeva Rose Golden 228 brush, I couldn't find the name. This is the Luxe crease brush, and that's what it looks like. It's one of my favourite brushes to use. I'm then going to go in with this colour, which is called Astute or Astute. I can never say it. I should probably like Google it or something. And I'm just taking this brush really gently, because these pigment, they're very, very pigmented. And I'm taking this and kind of applying it into the crease, and I'm going quite high with this, mainly because we are going to do this cut crease type look. I've gone into the orange shade that I showed you in this palette, so I've gone in with this colour, but also I'm going to go in with this dark brown and really lightly kind of take it into this outer crease colour, and blend that in. I'm going to go in with some concealer, and what I just do is I squirt it on the back of my hand. So I'm going to take a flat brush and I'm just going to dip that in to that concealer. I need a little mirror. What I do is I look forward, so obviously it's going to be kind of hard to like look in the camera and tell you, but I'm going to go from this side, shape here, and still stick to the size of my eye, the shape of my eye rather, but just kind of make sure that you can see that crease. So you basically want to follow the shape of your eye, is really gently go along that line. Kind of patting and dragging it down. I watched like Nikki Tutorials do one the other day, and like I was just watching it thinking, how does this girl get it literally so it's so spot on? It's just insane. Sure, all that concealer is dry and set. For the shimmer shade, like this is actually quite a quick look really. For the shimmer shade, it's the colour Optimistic. This is another palette that I've made from my website. As you can see, these are like my shimmer shades. So if we go from light to kind of dark purple, this is the shade that I'm going to be using today, which is kind of, it's very pigmented, as you can see. They came out super pigmented, but I'm just going to take this and I'm literally just going to use my finger. I find that the pigments come out best with your finger, socket kind of area, rather than smearing everywhere. You want it, but you want it to be quite a controlled push. That same colour, but just with a little brush, and just go along that line. Okay, so once you've done that, before I put the lashes on, I'm going to go back in with my Zoeva brush and go into them colours that I was using on the transition, just to finish off the outer corner. So I'm going back in with that brown, just to kind of blend this bit in with that shimmer. I'm not really taking it a lot over there, because I found that I kind of transitioned it in quite gently, but you can just get your finger and do it rather than using a brush, just because I find it's a lot more gentle. My favourite liner to use, but apparently I've lost that in the past like 30 seconds, so I'm going in with the Kat Von D tattoo liner. I've applied this glue to these lashes. This one is slightly smaller, and I'm using it on this eye because, well, I don't really know why, but it just felt right. I'm using kind of more of the orange up this end. And then I'm going to use a little bit of the brown for the outer corner. Leave that lash for a little bit longer. I'm just going to go in and do my brow. Obviously my brows are slightly done as I went out this morning, but I'm going to enhance them, make them very, what's the word? I don't know, sharp, I guess. Because they were still dark, but just not, you know? You know. But anyway, so let's move on to the face. Let's get on to the face. This, which I always use, which is called Taffeta, which is the liquid foundation from my website. And I'm going to, I need a new one actually. I'm just going to squirt this on my face so you get like a little pipette. And I'm just going to, whoa. Okay, that was a bit too much. Hey ho, never mind. And then I'm literally just going to whirl this into my face using like a big fluffy brush. And I find this is the best way to blend, but also get the best out of your money for foundation, because it is expensive and you don't want a brush that's going to absorb the product. It's kind of still damp, I think is the right word to say. So normally I leave it to kind of soak in a little bit more. So I'm just going to leave that there while I go in and highlight. And this is just a concealer. So I'm going to take a brush, and like I did kind of with the crease, I'm using that kind of same amount because it is a very thick concealer, and I'm using it on the back of my hand so I get like a flat surface. And then I can just push it rather than getting a lump and spreading it. I like to get a flat amount and kind of push it onto my skin while it's flat, if that makes any sense. Like, probably not, but it kind of does to me. So out here I'm going to go kind of to here, mainly because my face is quite round and I like to give the illusion that it's a little bit more wide and not as ball-like. So I'm just going to take that and I'm patting it under here. I've kind of worked out recently that I've got kind of like creases under my eyes, like not from the product, like makeup or anything, but like my actual like eye wrinkles. And I find that if I push it in there like that, it just works a lot better. And then I'm kind of dragging it down, and this is another thing that I've learned is like, I kind of, if it goes into, this is like any foundation or concealer, if it goes into my pores, they look a lot bigger. So I have to kind of like almost do like a crisscrossy kind of thing, kind of whirl it around, and it just looks a lot better. But this is just kind of dry for now. I haven't got any other product, and I'm just kind of pushing that in a second time before I go in with setting powder, because you don't want to just go straight in with setting powder in case you've got like a lump that's a little bit uneven, because otherwise it's just going to insinuate that. Insinuate? I don't know. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this and this setting powder, sorry, I was just in my own word then for some reason. And we're taking this beauty blender into the setting powder, and I'm just going to go straight under my eye. Now what I'm going to do is go into my Anastasia Beverly Hills contour palette, and I'm going to take this little brush, which this was a pack from Amazon, so they're well, let me get a couple of others. They're all like gold, and they've kind of got white and cream, so that one hasn't really been used. A white and cream, white and pink brush. What is even going on? And they were really cheap, so I definitely recommend them. And I'm using this one, which is kind of like a block that's kind of thick and quite blunt ended, and I'm going to go into this colour. I don't actually know what the colour is that I use. I probably should find out because I need to refill it. So I'm just taking that quite lightly into my contour, into kind of like where my cheekbone or the hollow of my cheek should be. Obviously I have a ball-like face, so that doesn't happen. But look, before I've even blended it out, when I look straight forward, look how more chiseled it is, like insanely more chiseled. Insanely more chiseled. camera died, because, you know, it wouldn't be a video by me, would it, if my camera didn't die? So anyway, I'm going in and contouring like I said I was, and I'm going quite bronzy with this one. This is kind of going to be my last summer, like real summery look. I've done quite a lot of glitter and sort of orangey colours, which I absolutely obsessed with the orange. I've even used it today, to be fair, but I wanted this to be quite bronzy, so that's what I'm gonna do. In here, can you hear that fly? Are you having a laugh? And I'm gonna go straight down to the bulbous bit, I don't know what it's called, and then go here. Now, I don't normally do this, however I did it not long ago and I was like, damn, because my nose looked so tiny. So literally I've just gone in here, gone along the sides. Apparently I've got lips now. I can't talk. Just get a big old brush, or just a little brush, and dust that off. And there you have it. You haven't got a thick old line, which I really rate, you know. Is I'm literally going to take my beauty blender and whirl it into this shade here. I'm going to try and start using some of these colours, and I'm just going to go under here slightly. Which, by the way, I had the worst breakout today, and my makeup is coming through with the coverage. And I'm just going to sharpen that line because I want a sharp contour today. So it doesn't matter if you kind of go over where you're going to highlight, because yeah, I haven't highlighted yet. Look at that. Skin is glowing. That's what I love about this foundation, is its thick coverage, but it doesn't take away that like look of, I don't know, what's the word? Illumination. Okay, so speaking of illumination, I'm going in with the illuminating powder by my website. From me, I guess. This is the kind of benevolent, and favourite part to highlight. This eye looks very weird, but I think it's, I don't know. Anyway, so I'm going to take this. This is just a flat brush, and I'm going to go along just a little smidge. Oh! Cutie patootie. Before my battery died again, I realised that I was quite far away, so hello there, I'm back. So I'm literally just applying a little bit onto the bridge of my nose. I don't know why I say it like that either. I'm taking a fan brush, going into that same colour, and just fanning out over here. So I don't know how much I want to use, to be fair. So let's just apply a little bit and see what we think. Oh! Oh, wow. Just, you know, when you're highlighted and bronzed, can you get much better? The answer to that is no. Sometimes I don't think people realise, like, when you're watching this, it's not as weird. When you're filming this, like, I'm literally talking to myself. No one could watch this video, to be fair. Okay, I'm going a bit overboard with the highlight, but I can't help it, because it's just, this colour just gives me the feels, you know? So, let's just twiddle this. I just already said that. Okay, so for the lips, we're going in bright. We're going in bold. We're going in with this, which kind of looks pink actually, doesn't it? But it's like a coral. It's very bright. You're all going to be like, damn. I don't know how I said that. You're going to need glasses basically, because this is bright. Website, it is called I really should start naming things that I can actually say, because a lot of stuff I just can't say. So I'm going to go in and apply this. Are you ready for this colour? I was going to use red, and I thought, do you know what? No, I use red often. I'm going to do something different. So here we are. And here we go. Damn. Look at it though. Oh my god, it's so summery! I like to do it steady, because slow and steady it wins the race, guys. Then kind of once I've done one shade, I like to just one shade, one coat. I like to just literally take it and go all over. Especially with these kind of shades, because they can sometimes be a little bit patchy. But I mean, look at the colour. How summery is this? I wish it was still summer. It's just cold in England. The temperature, brilliant, the camera's gone off again. And this is the finished look, so all the products will be listed in the description. If you want a shout out, then all you have to do is turn my post notifications on, which is subscribe. You click the bell, you'll get a notification, and click done, post done when you are done, and I'll give them people a shout out. Thank you so much for watching and supporting my channel so far. So yeah, all the products will be in the description. I do have a makeup business, so any products that are bought from that I will get commission from, just a heads up. But thank you so much for supporting that and supporting me. So yeah, if you've got any suggestions on other videos you want me to film, then drop them down in the comments. And yeah, don't forget to subscribe, turn that bell on, and I'll see you again soon. Bye!